most controversial man in boxing.
Oh, yes, I am.
Manager Marty.
Absolutely.
You see what's above your head?
Let me see. What the? BLK? Who would have ever thought? Yes. So shout out to BLK Prime. You know, we wish them nothing but the best. And like you just heard Zab Judah say, you know, they got cards coming in once a month. And this is what the sport of boxing is all about. There's no hating nowhere. It's all about building up fighters, taking them to championship level, and then continue to give back to the boxing community. So I'm glad I'm here. And I'm not here as a boxing manager as usually. I'm on a different assignment, a new journey. Still going to be managing, but as a ring announcer, licensed professional boxing boxing ring announcer. I'm happy that this will be my first card, and I'm excited about the support that I've been receiving from all the Roll to Tape Film crew members.
Yo, Marty, number one, you're like a Renaissance man. You're a boxing, you're an amateur boxing judge, you're a manager, and now you're adding ring announcer. But I want to point out something. You know you're going to get a lot of shit from Terrence Crawford fans.
For what? I ain't said nothing about the guy lately.
No, I'm talking about now that name above your head. I ain't gonna say you made him famous, but you helped.
I appreciate it. Listen, all I wanted was the fighters to get paid. You know, I did a video when, you know, no disrespect to BLK Prime, I think they did make sure they pay all the fighters. You know what I mean? But I represent the fighters. I stand 10 toes down for the fighters, and that's why I got in this business. But BLK Prime, you know, they paid the fighters, and it's bigger and better things happening with BLK Prime. Listen, BLK Prime, if you're listening, Zab, cut me a check. You know, bring me on board and let's do business.
How important was it to have this card in Philadelphia?
Let me tell you something. We haven't had a card in the great city of Philadelphia for a very, very long time. And matter of fact, not to overshadow your question, but Boots is supposed to be here in July. So this card right here is stacked. I know that a lot of people may not have heard about this card, but listen, tap into BLK Prime. This is going to be a great card. I mean, listen, Philly's going to step up. I believe we got over 6,000 to 7,000 people that's going to be here live and live in color tomorrow. Jesse Hart, don't get no better than that. He's making a comeback. Hammering Hank Lundy, he going to keep coming out of retirement anytime he wants because the young boys can't beat him. You got Dylan Price, undefeated. You got Juan Rivera. I think he's a 12 or 13 multiple national champion.
Highly anticipated debut.
Highly anticipated debut. When you got a card stacked like this is what boxing is missing, and I believe this is what Philadelphia was missing. And so now, tomorrow night, Philadelphia is going to make history, and all it is paving the way for Boots. But right now, we can't worry about what Boots going to do in July. We got to tap in tomorrow with the fighters we got here. This is a great card, and I think from the first fight all the way up to the main event, we got Andrew Tabiti. He's coming from Vegas fighting the guy from Philly. No, I believe no fight is going to be born. Tap right on in. Tap right on in.
Now, Marty, are you working tomorrow night? Because I know you just did the weigh-in. Are you working tomorrow night at the fight?
I am working tomorrow night at the fight as a ring announcer. I will not be doing any commentating yet until Zab and BLK Prime call me. We're going to do business with me commentating moving forward. But right now, I'll just be working, just ring announcing tomorrow night.
For Teflon Promotions.
Teflon Promotions. Shout out to Dom, Teflon Promotions. Shout out to my guy right behind me. I want to do an interview. Come on in here, man. This is my man, Greg Hackett. This guy right here. We got to do something together, me and him, man, because it's all about supporting Philly. Sometimes Philly get a bad rap for not supporting each other, whether it be boxing, hip-hop, or whatever. But Philly, we support each other, man. And it don't matter if we agree or disagree. What does matter is we are making a contribution back in the sport of boxing. And this guy is responsible for making a contribution all his life, but mostly bringing Jesse Hart back, especially at a new division. So watch Jesse Hart, hard work, fireworks tomorrow night. You ain't going to be disappointed.
Greg.
Only in America.
Greg and Marty, how important is it to have big cards in Philadelphia?
I mean, bring it back to the old days. That's why it's important. I mean, that's what we remember. So it's like if we lose the big cards, then we lose in boxing. You know what I mean? So it's very important that we get the cards back here. And shows like this is what's going to help because it's bringing attention. You got people just stopping off the street to come and buy tickets because they didn't know, but now they know. You know what I mean? And it's a great card to be a part of. And it's also Teflon's first card. So it's like, it's crazy. It's amazing. So it's definitely important. Boxing belongs here. So
I mean, listen, Philadelphia is a fighting city.
Yeah,
we all know that. You know,
I'm ready to go fight somebody right now.
In the heart of North Philly, of all places. Think about this. This venue right here is in the same vicinity as the Blue Horizon. And you all remember them legendary fights at the Blue Horizon. So now we got a new up-and-coming promoter, Teflon Promotions, Dom, and all of the workers there that has been making a contribution for this card. They're going to put this thing together and put Philly back on the map. He got a show in July, I believe, at the Met. Then he might be coming back here. So it's all about bringing the shows back in Philly, because when the shows is not here, there's nothing really happening. Now, something like Greg said, people walking past, and think about why they walking past. We in Temple University's area. So a lot of the casual boxing fans, the younger demographic, they're starting to tune in and tap in. So this is going to be a big card. Every card, Greg, in my opinion, they're going to get it on.
But this going to bring the heat.
Oh, yeah.
The heat. This is bringing back the matchups, and even though it's not a lot of local matchups on here, the local guys are going to want to fight on a card like this. They're going to want parts. You know what I mean? So I think it's going to bring back a lot of action, for sure.